How to design kitchen cupboards.
Goeiemôre, Dumela, Moweni, Sawubona. These are the different ways to say good morning in some of the languages in Southern Africa, namely Afrikaans, Tswana, Xhosa, and Zulu, respectively. So once again, showing you call out what we do. We always come and take measurements, come with samples, and you will see that the videos and photos are always self-explanatory. So here at this job, the oven was basically our focal point. In other words, the center, and we worked with designing cupboards that is going to be symmetry from the left of the oven going to the wall as well as the right to the wall. So here you're looking at some other quotes the client went to go and do, or research rather, and we came up with a better option. You will see that later on at the end of the video where we go more in detail with that. We'll be showing you the necessary materials needed to do the job and different kind of countertops that's also available. The client wanted a white top, and you have a kick plate also that is just used to protect it, the bottom, from water and so on. Maybe when you're mopping or something like that, or any disaster, if you spill a glass or anything. And here you're looking at the raw material, and obviously now we will move to site and deliver the materials, but also commence with the work. And here you can see now everything is cleared and we are ready to tackle this project. Like we have said, we have made the oven the main focal point, and we are working with symmetry cupboards on both sides as to what the client requested. And here you can just see the setup, always organized. That is the first way to do things, and the client trusting us as other clients, giving us full control to move in and out and so on, because that is what we might be doing. There's just so much tools, so much material, so rather give us the keys, trust us, and we don't have to call you all the time. Can you open, can you close, and so on. So once again, organizing is the first thing. You can't do any job without organizing first. Have a plan in action, and here you can see basically starting with the commencing of the work. So some clients want a lot of drawers, they prefer it this way. Other client maybe wants a lot of doors again, and you will see in this option that this client chose, you can decide. So that is the old cupboards. I'm showing you how that looks. Look at the holes now over there, and later on you will see how we do our holes, perfect circles and so on. This was your drawer runners now that is used for your normal drawers. Obviously your pot drawers will have now heavy duty ball bearing runners, but this is not needed for your normal cutlery and so on, your knives and forks and that, because you could if you want to go fancy, but definitely not needed for the weight and so on. Sometimes there is a thing called overkill, there's no need to overdo things. Things are designed for purpose. So here you can see we are now setting up the carcass, and there you can see the perfect holes. We had to adjust it a little bit, the bottom hole there. This is always the case sometimes, but you can see we make sure everything looks neat. And here you're looking at the ball bearing runners again, and these ones are used for your pot drawers because it is once again designed to carry heavy weight. And this was the special cuts that was used, or rather done, for the corner cupboards. So we just wanted you to hear the natural sound of the birds chirping. Just a beautiful day here in Durbanville executing this awesome job. And obviously when we're not recording, then the phone is playing the radio or something in the background, just because nothing can be done without music. You know, music is key for the soul. So we are always happy to hear from the clients that, you know, while we are busy assembling the covers and getting the final result, rather, that they are happy with the process and so on. And this definitely shows us now that we are onto something here. So here you're looking at the resource, and we're looking at different colors of wood from other clients and so on. We're just showing you that we can source any color you want. Our suppliers have that. And you can cut it to any size, anything you want. That is a storm gray you're looking at over there. That is maybe a super gloss white. So just any color that you want, any design, you let us know. Here at the Wyman, we make custom cupboards as well as standard cupboards. Obviously the kitchen cupboards over here was standard, like your standard drawer width and that and depth and so on. But here and there we need to make it custom to fit into the place. You will see at the end of the video that the clients show their designs and how we changed and bettered the prices from other people. Here you're going looking at the supplies or the materials. So we always show you what happens in the factory. You get to hear. You know, sometimes you need to maybe cover your ears because it's quite loud. So that was the countertops that was obviously being cut to size, and also now the beam saw that you saw over there cuts the wood. So obviously, you know, some of the cuts it has to be done on these machines to get straight and clean cuts. And yes, we once again want you to know that we make this voiceover as we're watching the video now, like you are, the audience yourself, and just doing the voiceover. Yeah, you can see now the color is arrived on site. So you have to apologize us also for the, how do I say, being unprepared here and there, but just going with it, you know. So nothing is scripted, and now you're looking at the final bits of the carcass coming to life. So sometimes we have to cut the countertops ourselves because the wall does not run straight, but the cuts will all be closed using the countertop joiners. So those were the holes that was obviously drilled now for the hinges. Sometimes maybe the company forgets to do this or so on with one door or two, and then you need to have your own tools to, you know, come to the rescue. That is where the DIY and your own skill comes into play. And here you're looking at the plumbing that was done. You can see now the zinc being fitted. obviously taking huge risk now. You're drilling through the top like this. You need to be brave here, you know, have a brave heart, brave mind, and just hope everything works out. So you can see perfect circles, and that is exactly what we do here at the Wyman. We make sure everything fits nice and snug. And you know, any zinc you want fitted, let us know, we can fit it for you, not a problem. Beautiful tops make beautiful spaces. This is the plumbing necessities, if that's the right word, the materials rather needed. And there you can see the lovely tap. Frank is one of the best, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And now it's basically to install it. So sometimes, you know, depending on how we feel, depending on the client, if you give us the job and it's a nice big job or so on, we will do the plumbing for you for free. We won't really ask anything. You get all the materials and stuff and we'll fit it for you. So here you're looking at the draw fronts. And the draw fronts obviously now is all numbered and labeled. And this is so that the grain all follows in one direction and the shade. Now you're looking at the plumbing now. The Confucius say coming together, if I must say. And perfect circles, everything fitting through nicely, snugly. And now we're connecting the hot and cold and checking everything out. So symmetry cupboards is what we can do for you here at the Wyman. Because why do you need cupboards? Why do you need tiling? Why do you need plumbing? Why do you need ceilings? Why do you need painting? Why do you need electrical? Why worry at the Wyman? And you can see we always sweep up, clean up when we are done. And this was just some other day when we received beautiful dinner from the client, and this was so delicious. And here you can see the special cuts that was cut, and that was used now by the zinc because we don't want to lower the shelf so that we have more space by the shelving.
Ja,
My plante opsit.
met die kaste nou, met die goed in die kaste. Dan lyk dit at least.
Ware uitkaste. Ag, nou baie naas vir jou hoor.
Ja, ek sal dit waardeer. O ja, nou dat ek nou Tapos terus. Ja, sini. So, kan nie, ja, no way jy kan hom straight sny.
Here you can see now the cover strips that was done, and this is basically now used to close up some of the gaps here and there because the walls are not straight, and this is where you need to make a plan now to make the job look neat. Since the fridge is not going on the one side anymore and just going to stay open, you know, we need to come up with a plan here to help the client make sure things look nice. Sometimes the walls are not straight, the tiles or floor is not straight or level, but the cupboards, the designing can never not be level or straight. So there you're looking at the end result. Obviously the plumbing, there's no leaks, we checked that. You can show we had a small little bucket or so on, or a tray, just to check no drips and so on, because we make sure here at the Wyman that nothing is leaking. And look how organized the client is, and that is exactly what we live up to here at the Wyman, always being organized and informing the client of the job. So you can see no leaks. And you can see the way how the cupboards open, ergonomics. Opens in such a way that you have full access to your corner cupboards, utilizing the space as best, not hurting your back and so on, bending in tight spaces. So you can see the client chose for the option of mini drawers, and she's super happy with that. Pots drawers times 4, normal cutlery and so on times 8. So enough drawers. And reach out to us, let us know who's next, what color you want. We a phone call away. So you can see that is an aluminium kick plate, and that is used to protect maybe the cupboards or just wood from water. You know, when wood gets water, it obviously swells, and yeah, cupboards, wood doesn't like water, especially chipboard wood. And you can see the beautiful packing space. And this is what we do at the Wyman. We utilize your space best, no wasted space at all. So do like, share, get us out there so we can attract the right audience. Here you're looking at the sample that the client wanted for the handles, and that is what we got for the client. This was the color the client wanted for the job, and we got that for the client, as you saw in the beginning. This was again the initial call out we did, very first, what the client sent us, and this was the information the client sent us, their own research and what things would have cost out, excluding countertops and so on. And we obviously beat that price with our samples that we came, as you can see here. Our job costed roughly about just over 20,000. That included the countertops, which you did not see in that photo with the client's pricing and that what they got. From the beginning of the video, you saw on the pamphlet, tumbled or so on. And yeah, we got out of our way to help our clients. Obviously, that also did not include labor to fitting the cupboards. And it's just a DIY flat pack way of getting the cupboards. You need to assemble it yourself and all these things. So let us do it for you. And this is also samples of what the client initially got of the zinc, but it was too big and they wanted to change that. And that is why they got the round zinc, and that is why we can fit any zinc, whatever the client wants. So we thank you at the Wyman.